To add and subtract fractions, to have that make sense, they need to have the same denominator, a common denominator. They both have to have the same bottom number. So if I have something like 7/20 minus 2/20, I know that, to go back to elementary school, 7 pencils minus 2 pencils is 5 pencils. 7 sticks of gum minus 2 sticks of gum because you gave them away to somebody is 5 sticks of gum. Same idea here. 7/20 minus 2/20 is 5/20. So as long as the bottom number, as long as the denominator is the same, we're adding or subtracting the same items, pencils, sticks of gum, 20ths. And we can do that by adding or subtracting on the top and keeping the common denominator. Denominator is a long word. If we don't have a common denominator, if we're trying to add like 1/4 plus 1/5, that's like trying to add two things that are different sizes. I cut one pizza into 5 pieces. I cut my other pizza into 4 pieces. I eat one piece from each pizza. I didn't eat 2/5, and I didn't eat 2/4 because the pieces weren't the same size. How much did I eat? Well, what we're going to do when our denominators aren't the same is fix them so that they are. We're going to find equivalent fractions by multiplying top and bottom by the same thing in order to come up with a common denominator. For example, suppose I want to add 6/7, strategic space, plus 9/10. Well, sevenths and tenths are not the same size. I can't just add them together as they are. I need the bottom number to be the same. So I'm going to try and think of something that's bigger than either one of them. That 7 and 10 both divide into evenly. 70 will do the job. I can do 70 divided by 7 and get a whole number. I can do 70 divided by 10 and get a whole number. So let's see. I want my denominator to be 70 instead of 7. What did I have to do to my 7 to make it 70? Well, I had to multiply it by 10. For equivalent fractions, if I multiply on the bottom, I can multiply the top by the same thing and have an equivalent fraction. 6 times 10 is 60. So 6/7 is the same thing as 60 over 70. That's equivalent. It's the same size, just with different numbers. For 9/10, I also would like to end up with 70 in the denominator, so I can have the common denominator and actually add these together. So I'm going to say, what did I have to multiply times 10 to get 70? Well, I had to multiply 10 times 7 to get 70. Whatever I multiplied on the bottom, to have an equivalent fraction, I have to multiply the same thing on the top. 9 times 7 is 63. Now that I have the same denominator, I can add by keeping the denominator. I'm going to add the numbers on the top. 60 plus 63 is 123 over 70. That's an improper fraction. It's fine. We can leave it like that. Or you can turn it into a mixed number. 23 divided by 70 is 1 point something. So my whole number part is 1. And then I'm going to take whatever's that big, I'm going to subtract off my 1. That big decimal part that's left on the screen, I'm going to multiply back by 70 again. And I end up with, yes, I did this before. I'm not doing this in my head. I end up with 53 over 70. So either of those is okay. Improper fraction, mixed number.